Welcome to Chop Talk, ladies and gentlemen. I am your co-host, Andre C. Right over here is the taco princess herself, and I know she's full of tacos because we had them yesterday when we were at this show. It's Melball.
Hi. Thank you for making those tacos. They were delicious.
They were. I had a great. I was so happy we got to eat tacos and go watch wrestling. It was a great night.
Yes, Alix Zane would be proud.
Taco suckers. No,
what a night though.
Yeah, we went and saw the Top Talent Pro Wrestling show at Midway Music Hall featuring Effy. Absolutely phenomenal show, in my opinion, top to bottom. I think pretty much everything delivered. One of them, I think, was okay. But everything else was like top notch, in my opinion. I think everything was just it killed it for me that whole night.
100%. The show from where I saw from start to finish was really good.
Yeah, because you were out for the first match, just getting your mind right.
Girls got to get right before the show starts.
Going to the cloud, as we say. To the cloud. But we are here to talk about some Top Talent Pro Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to kick it off with a triple threat match. It's the Omen Gabriel Lestat versus G Sharpe versus Castor Mason. I was very much a Castor Mason fan in this match. The crowd was very much behind Gabriel Lestat because, again, local crowd favorite. But yeah, I got to put my notes back. Oh, my notes are on my phone this time. I forgot about that. Got look down on my phone instead of my computer. Really good. Mason taking Omen out right at the start, and him and G Sharpe have a little good back and forth there. But then Omen back in, and then baseball slides Castor Mason out on the floor, taking him out for a bit. Goes right into that barricade. Look, really right into the wall there on the dance floor. Looked really rough. Sharpe when he got back into it all was just running wild on both guys. I was really impressed by G Sharpe. He's got some great talent there. I really liked him. I'm really bad at writing. For a guy who takes notes on professional wrestling, I'm not good at this. Like, I'm really not. He got a head kick. He had a head kick followed by a sick German to the Omen, and then Mason runs out and he just picks him up and Uranagi's the hell out of him. Like, just crushed him there. It looked really good. Omen getting a beautiful Shawn Michaels like teardrop suplex. Looked crisp. There's a beautiful Tower of Doom spot where actually Omen was trying to superplex G Sharpe and Mason comes up, did the sunset flip into the powerbomb, and there was a beautiful Tower of Doom there. But in the end, Omen gets the headbutt and follows it up with the Falcon Arrow driver or the nail in the coffin onto Castor Mason, and he picks up the victory. I thought really fun opening triple threat match. A lot of great action from three competitors. Mason, I think Mason, I was really behind from the beginning, but like G Sharpe really I think he was for me coming out of this match was my biggest impression was G Sharpe. He was absolutely tremendous, and I think I took a picture and put it on my Instagram story. I took a picture of What About Ivan talking about his vocal origami, but it's literally the G Sharpe's video thing is in the background. It just says G Sharpe, and I was like, I really liked the guy. I thought he was absolutely tremendous. But we are time to move on to the second match of the evening. It is a tag team match. It is the team of Jack O'Connor and Kat Von Heez against Quinn Hawksley and Big Jesse Youngblood. This was fun. Like, again, this was the one match I think on the show that I think I was the only one I was like not super into.
I agree.
Like, I like three of the four participants involved. I like Quinn Hawksley, I like Kat Von Heez, and I like Jack O'Connor. I've always hated Jesse Youngblood. I think the guy is one of the best heels in the business, and not being a heel right now makes me hate him even more because I think he's a great bad guy.
I mean, there's some of these guys that just make really, really great bad guys. I mean, Harlon Abbott is one of them. Trying to see him as a face is just not believable. Jack O'Connor, though, one of my favorites, actually, coming in from Top Talent. He's just really, really good. I like his character style. I like the kind of aggression that he kind of has. But, like, the powerhouse of Kat Von Heath, my goodness, that woman, I love her. Her hair's looking so good. That green kind of color that she has going with the makeup looks so, so good on her. I love her gear. It was fitting her very nicely. Boom Bum was looking very, very nice. I enjoyed Jesse's wrestling in this. I mean, as our friend Kat and I were discussing with you afterwards, the like facial expressions that he makes are just utterly hilarious and so appropriate and over the top with everything that he's doing that it makes it just so much more entertaining. Um, the only like I really enjoy Quinn. The look that she has, the style that she has this little fire lit under her that's like making her like go 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 go. Um, I know she's fairly new because she came out of the same class as O'Connor, didn't she?
Yeah, I think she was in that initial class with O'Connor, King, Alix, Rayn, like a bunch of those people. White Shirt. I think White Shirt's actually a little early, might be a little earlier than them, but I think he was training with them at some point. But I know he debuted before they did. But
yeah, everything that she does is done very, very well. What I would like to see is the timing kind of improve upon a little bit there. There was a couple little miscues there where some people almost fell on their faces. I was a little bit concerned there, but otherwise, I felt this was a fairly solid match. A really good show off for O'Connor and for Quinn.
oh,
I felt that Kat and Jesse were just kind of like there to make sure that their people did pretty good, and yeah, I felt it was pretty good actually.
well, it's very much like watching the match and the style. It's very much the veteran protege. Like Kat's protege is Jack O'Connor. It very much seems that way. And the same thing with Jesse for Quinn. And I really like it. I love Quinn's real attitude. She's gotten over so well with this crowd. Her in-ring is getting better and better every time she steps in there. Same with Jack O'Connor. I think his kicks are absolutely tremendous. The guy has incredible talent, but both Quinn and Jack, I think, both have such a amazing ability to fight, and just it's hard to explain, but it's their ability in the ring. I think they have something special. It's got to develop a little more. They're both doing great. Like no criticism. I'm not a pro wrestler, but like watching these guys, I think they're going to turn into something special. Quinn for darn sure, and I think Jack will too, very much so. But like Quinn has that special sauce because she has that ability to work the crowd. She's already able to really work the crowd now. So I think she's going to be something very, very special.
Yes, and I believe both Kat and Jack pulling off German suplexes on Jesse Youngblood. That's freaking impressive.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big guy, and he's doesn't go up easy.
Yeah, people yeeting Jesse around is not something you see.
No. Yeah. And he got yeeted quite a bit in this one.
Yeah. It was. Yeah, Kat really showed off her power.
Oh, yes. Such a powerful woman. I love her. I love watching her shows.
So we move on to the Andy Anderson versus Nate Nixon. It's the God of Thunder versus the Nasty One. It's El Lobo versus the Nasty One. I don't think we don't have another nickname for Nate. I guess the El Lobo versus the best going in Edmonton today. Like this was
a unique mustache. Could we maybe say the villain mustache?
The El Lobo versus the mustache. You know, like it's holy shit. Like this match. Like, wow, there's two others on this show that I think one was the obvious show stealer in the ladder match later on in the night. That was obviously the show stealer match, I think, in my personal opinion. But
I feel it was this one for me.
But these two absolutely, like, for if you don't include the ladder match, to me this is just behind other match. But again, that was my personal feelings on the other match. But these two I thought told an incredible story. It's a story because again, Andy is such this, like, we don't have a heel like him in professional wrestling. There's other heels in Edmonton and everything, but they're not that old school dick heel that Andy is. We haven't had that since Duke Durango with a heel, in my personal opinion. Like he's in that caliber I look at. It's him and Durango had that, like, Sheik is one of the only other ones that I would say has that intangible heelness about him that Andy does. Sheik is one of those because he's more that old school heel too.
Former tag partners, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, but again, it's that and just going up against Nate, who was just like not cocky but confident as ever in this match, and the chop battles. It was like watching, you were saying Kenta Kobashi versus Satoshi. If we got a Kenta Kobashi Satoshi Kojima match, it was like that. It would be like if we got that, yeah.
Yeah, Andy was Kenta Kobashi, and Nasty was Satoshi Kojima, and just the difference in sound. When Andy would chop Nate, it was like a thud, and you felt that in every essence of your soul. But then Nate would answer, and it was just loud.
It was the crack versus that, like, thud that, like, caves your chest in versus that crack that breaks the blood vessels. It was the two different kinds of chops, which was so impressive.
So good, so good. Man, Nate tried so hard with this one, but Andy was so dominant throughout this whole thing, and he was angry. So angry. I loved his intro, though. We have to talk about that intro, because you were sitting there telling me all the superstars that Mr. Anderson was emulating.
Oh, God.
Intro. Holy heck, that was great. The crowd was furious. I lived.
Yeah. So he had this promo there where he pretty much started out as a Road Dogg promo. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. He started with that. And then he went into Superstar Billy Graham, just doing Superstar Billy Graham lines, and then ended it with, and he goes, Andy Anderson, doing the Mr. Kennedy, Mr. Anderson thing at the end. And I was just like it was like three of the best promo people I think that ever existed. And I watched it, and it was just like, he was just channeling it to utter perfection, but making it his own at the same time. And it was just absolutely tremendous. And him his crowd interactions are just bar none, like how he's yelling at people. I think Ronnie got every heel to yell at her that night, and he kept yelling at Ronnie. He was yelling at little girls in the crowd. It was absolutely tremendous.
Oh, yes, the children. Think of the children. Your mother doesn't love you.
Think of the children. I think of the children, and I imagine how angry they are at Andy, and it's just amazing.
Yeah, I love it. But that's something that Andy has always been known for, is his crowd interaction. He knows what to say to get the right rise out of the people at the right time.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. And again, these two back and forth, the beating each other, tenderizing them titties back and forth,
tenderizing of titties.
Yeah, and it was just, I thought, absolutely phenomenal. Andy hitting a razor's edge at one point, but Nate kicks out at 2.9, but then he follows it up, hits the Angel's wings. Andy Anderson is your winner. I was slightly disappointed because we love Nate Nixon, but I love Andy Anderson, and seeing Andy win was not a bad thing.
Yeah, this was a hard one for me to choose a winner. I just wanted to see the match. I honestly did not have a pre-choice of winner. I am a little disappointed that we didn't get to see our Nasty Plex. I was really looking forward to that. However,
at this point, is it a Suzuplex? Because we've seen her do it more lately than him.
No, it's always going to be a Nasty.
Yeah. But yeah, side in German, I was really hoping we'd get it, but we didn't. But dude, absolutely tremendous match between both these guys. I would love to see them run it back. Like, really, if they run it back next show, I'm hoping I can be there because I got a wedding that day, so I'm hoping the wedding's in. This is no shade on the wedding. I'm going to be at that wedding. It's one of my oldest friends. I'm going to be there, but I would love to, if I can make this show later on in the evening. I'm going to try. That's for darn sure.
Yeah, it's interesting because the next show is on a Saturday as opposed to a Thursday.
Okay, so they announced it for Saturday, August 12th. I was kind of pissed. It should have been 2 days before on my goddamn birthday is what it should have been, but I was kind of mad.
Tell your friends.
Oh, I already complained to Ivan. What the hell, man?
So much to help you in that situation.
But I went, what the hell, man? It should have been on my birthday 2 days before. And he's just like, sorry. But we're going to move on. We're going to talk Bryan Keith, Vaughn Vertigo. Mm-hmm. So I've seen Vaughn Vertigo once before at Love Pro Wrestling. About a year ago, he faced Jack Pride. It was for his cruiserweight title. I think it was Progress Cruiserweight title or Rev Pro. It was a British Cruiserweight Championship. And they proceeded to have a barn burner of a match. So I was expecting great things out of Vaughn Vertigo. I had never heard of Bro. I really don't I know he's been on indie shows in the States that I've seen, but again, he's not a person I really know of in Bryan Keith. But goddamn. And to the I gave the ending for Andy. Thought I forgot to. But goddamn, Bryan Keith, this guy just stepped up and pressed the living heck out of me. Like the face she's making in that picture pales in comparison to the face abilities, because I've been told I'm not allowed to say facial anymore. The face abilities of what he can do and how he expresses himself, all the expressions, he's so good. Like just the face expressions. It just sounds wrong to me, but it sounds so wrong.
It just doesn't sound better.
Yeah, but it sounds right though. But just the way he gets angry, the way he's so good. And then in ring, these two, I thought the early part of this match, I'll admit the crowd was pretty darn quiet. I think you're coming off of Andy and Nate, who really had the crowd up, and not to shit on it, but you've got two guys that this crowd is not very familiar. There's a few of us, like myself, Eric, and a few others that I know had seen Vaughn Vertigo, Ronnie, and a couple others. We'd all seen Vaughn Vertigo a year ago, but I would say 95% of this crowd didn't know who either guy was.
And so that was the problem that I was telling you before we went on air here, is that, that's the problem. We when you have a show, and especially when you have 2 months to build up to the show, you've already announced who these guys are. Do us the favor of reminding us why the fuck we should care who these guys are. These guys are going to be like, as long as you tag them in your posts and stuff, we can link to them. We can go see who they are. But when you don't do that, you're not posting anything. They're not posting promos. They're not posting video packages. How in the flying fruitcake am I supposed to know who Cowboy Keith is, and why should I care?
Yeah.
I didn't even know who Vaughn Vertigo was. And I was just like, he actually looks interesting. He looks like he actually put out interesting content. And when I checked his Instagram, he does. That being said, if you're going to be bringing these guys in, it's got to be a tag team deal. It's not just the wrestlers keeping themselves relevant. It's got to be the promotions keeping their wrestlers relevant as well. I want to see Top Talent post more than just match cards. And like, hey, look, we're on this thing, we're on the news. That's really freaking great for you. That's huge. But like, you're not going to bring me in by not telling me who this guy was. Because like, I ended up really, really liking Cowboy Keith.
Yeah,
a little sus, but he was really, really good.
Okay, so the pants were tight. He was doing tight. He was going Taichi with those pants. Kept pulling. Like if you watch Taichi before he rips the pants out, she's always pulling them up, and that was essentially. But Keith had them way higher, almost at the nips. He was almost at the nips.
It was laughy. At first, he wasn't so good.
I even wrote in my notes when I showed you, calling him Grandpa BK. Is what I was writing in my notes, because it was just hilarious. Just because he's got his pants up so high. But I thought this guy was absolutely tremendous. I actually got to speak to him after the show, and I was saying, I'm like, you reminded me of Taichi so much, the way you moved your mannerisms, the kicks and stuff. And he's like, he's like, yeah, I'm a huge Kawada fan. Who Kawada inspired Taichi. So like I see there, and God, he was absolutely. But Vaughn Vertigo putting on a Paradise Lock, not quite a perfect Paradise Lock, but he got it in. He locked it in, and he slapped the ass. Slapped that ass to break it.
He
He
asked the
did.
crowd, "Is it a foot or a hand? Foot or hand? Foot or hand?"
Yeah, but I thought absolutely tremendous. The back and forth between these guys is absolutely phenomenal. I think they work together so well. I don't know if they've worked together before, but their chemistry in the ring together, I thought was absolutely tremendous. But Bryan Keith's chops are hella hard. Like he's got some chops on him. Vertigo pulling out some Japanese, hitting an aces high at one point too. Like channeling Tanahashi. Pardon?
He got some height on that too.
Oh, very much so. But at the end of this match, Bryan Keith hits a sick rising knee for two, and then they get into this series of roll-ups, and Vertigo just catches a roll-up, very like Saber-esque, and gets a win. I absolutely love these guys. They were great. Bryan Keith yelling at children after them, going towards the crowd and yelling at children, very Clark Connors-esque. These two
Cowboys.
I think it's just the evolution how good this match became is why it became my match of the night, and I really got into the two characters. Again, don't get me wrong, I love that Andy and Nate match, but like this was just a treat for me to get like it's completely something new. Is why I think it was. I felt that strongly about this match.
Yeah. And that's why wrestling is so subjective. I mean, I disagree because like that match before was from start to finish a banger. It had a crowd, it had me, it had everything that it needed. The slow spot at the beginning of this where they were doing the in and out of the ring and the rope thing, it definitely could have been shorted quite a bit. I felt it took too long, and for me, I feel that's what kind of sucked the crowd out of it. I know that kind of moment is supposed to meant to be intriguing to the crowd, but I think because of the lack of knowledge on who these guys were, it was difficult for the crowd to get into it for the start. So it would be continually difficult for them to engage them further. Especially at the beginning there when they weren't doing the interactions. The interactions started more in the middle towards the end of the match, especially for Keith. And that really helped bring people back into it. But yeah, I really do like Vaughn's intro jacket and his like intro. Everything about his stuff is like very well-rounded. It felt like it was a total kind of package wrestler there. Yeah, don't have a whole ton to add to this. I did enjoy it at the end, but like I said, the beginning was a little floppy for me.
Yeah. But we're going to move on. Again, I love this match. It's still a show. Outside of what came next, this stole the show for me. Because this, I think majority of people like polled after coming out of this show would talk about this next match as their match of the night. It was the ladder match. Bobby Sharpe, CJ King, Harlon Abbott, Mitch Clark, and Alix Rayn. Holy hot goddamn, did everybody kill themselves in this?
Yeah.
Like, I think Bobby got killed in this, but like, I gotta say this: CJ coming out to the Peacemaker music, I
live.
I love that song so goddamn much. There's a point where Alix went at Harlon and Mitch, and they launched him off the second rope, and he came down into a double stunner to Bobby and to CJ. Oh, that was just the start for this kid. This kid was a human wrecking ball in this match. CJ hitting that beautiful tope con hilo over the top to all the four members on the floor. Dude, it was just Bobby spearing CJ off a ladder from the top rope at very Edge and Jeff Hardy-ish. So good. I wrote this: the human ladder tornado, Bobby Sharpe. He put the ladder on his head and just starts spinning and just smacking people. But then Mitch, like, Bobby has the ladder in his hand, he's taking off his head, and Mitch grabs him and Germans the shit of him, and the ladder goes flying into the other three. Like, it's just absolutely perfection. Harlon with a coast-to-coast senton, like hit a corner senton from the one side to the other. Looked really good. they set it up. The ladder was by ringside, and Rayn goes to the top and hits a moonsault off the ladder. He's got pushed by Harlon, but like he essentially moonsaulting to the floor onto CJ, Bobby, and Mitch. Like, it was insanity, dude. Like, just crazy. I got a video of a spot. I'm gonna play it right now. It's of Harlon doing a superplex off the 10-foot ladder into the ring. It's just murdering that kid. Like, just murdering him with that superplex. Oh, I felt for that kid so much. Like, that looked like it hurt.
Yeah, Kat and I throughout this entire match were just like, why? Why the Alix? Stop hurting the Alix. Stop breaking the Alix.
You two are big fans of the Alix, eh?
I mean, and look what he freaking did. There's a very good reason why. Both Alix and King, just, oh my God, in this match, it was just like so good. They've really come out of the school and, like, again, come out very well-rounded. These guys have great facial expressions. They have great wrestling techniques. They have great music. They have great gear. They like total freaking even Alix has a better manicure than I do, for crying out loud. And I spent a lot of money on this shit. Like, it was such a good freaking match. Like,
yeah,
so
like, yeah, we haven't even gotten to the crux of this match. Like, I got one more spot before we get to the crux. Harlon whipping a ladder at CJ. It smacks CJ, but it bounces off and comes back and hits Harlon. I laughed so goddamn hard, but I was just like, oh, but I laughed at the same time because it's bouncing back at Harlon. Oh my God. But Bobby Sharpe is climbing the ladder. Seemingly everybody's down. He's looking like he's about to win this match. Mm-hmm. And out comes El Lobo, the God of Thunder, Andy Anderson, and cracks him with a chair in the foot, in that formerly damaged foot. And then he comes down and he cracks him in the back. He then, I'm going to go to the next picture here. It's not, and it's a tall picture, so if you can see that, he gets him in a power bomb, and there's a ladder across between the ring and the barricade on the floor, or the edge of the dance floor, and he power bombs him through it. Bobby never came back in this match. He got taken to the back after this spot. All hope to Bobby that he is okay, because I love Bobby Sharpe. I think the guy is absolutely tremendous, especially with his Wrestle Academy stuff going on right now. I really hope he's not out for a while, because he's working on getting a shot at the Nightmare Factory right now. So, but dude, that was an absolute sick spot. So Andy takes out Bobby, and then the four of them are up on the ladder. Harlon hits a sunset flip bomb off of one ladder to CJ into another ladder, and both of them are down. And then Mitch ends up like just Death Valley drivering Alix off of like 7 or 8 feet up on the ladder to the mat, and then he goes up, unhooks the briefcase, and Mitch Clark, he's your money in the bank, your ladder match winner, whatever you want to call it. He's got the title shot.
Yes. Far be it from me to say anything bad about Mitch.
The ultra violence.
His gear was great this time.
Oh my God.
Very 80s inspired and no starfish in the butthole.
You just have to bring that up.
With Mitch was when him and Harlan were at the top of the thing, and it became obvious to me that the briefcase was on like a cable, like an extendy cable, and he was just smacking him in the face with it. And I was like, yes, keep going. More. Hit him more. And
then Harlan fell back through a ladder. Yeah, that was insanity. Oh, God, this entire match was insanity. And yes, Top Town Pro Wrestling over the next month or two will put this match out, as they do for all their matches. So stay tuned to the Top Town Pro Wrestling Facebook page, because you will get to see this match in its entirety, and it is insanity.
You will want to see this match in its entirety.
Yeah, so we are going to move on to the Top Talent Pro Wrestling Championship match, and I was very surprised this wasn't this or the ladder match wasn't the main event. Like I understand Effy is a big name, but I don't think he was a big enough name to put him on over top of your championship or over top of your Money in the Bank ladder match.
I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you on that one because, like, when you look at the value of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Although this is a semi-main, though, right?
Yeah. Again, I enjoy.
Right, where Masha and Ava went on before Uno and Harlon.
With Uno, I get it.
More appropriate.
With Uno, I get it because Uno is like he's AEW. He has AEW fame. Like there's a lot of crowd that knows who this guy is. Where Effy, like I love Effy. I watched Effy for years. That guy means a lot to me, but he's not an Uno level in my personal. But again, they're building Rayden. That's the other thing. But this match,
yeah. Something also I just remembered. Keep in mind what kind of match that was. There's no intermissions in this show because it is an all ages show. We need to just do the show and get the heck out. So keep in mind this was the main event was a no rules match. So it was essentially a hardcore rules match, and we saw how everything went there. That would have been at least a good 5-minute cleanup. So it kind of now like it does, but it doesn't make sense to have that match because like the cleanup would have wasted a lot more time for them.
Well, just cleaning up all the broken ladders took enough gosh darn time.
Way less time than cleaning up what was happening at the main event. We're going to talk about this one right now, though, because
dude,
for this one for a hot minute.
These two killed it, man. I thought these two had a great match together. TY and Ava had a weirdly awesome chemistry together. I thought they did so well.
Interesting.
I don't know. It just they seem to flow really well together. TY. I watch him every month with LPW and here with Top Talent. I think this guy is absolutely a rising star in the Alberta independent scene. He's so good. And Ava, I think this girl, she needs more opportunities because she is so gosh darn good. And I love these two. There's a great camel clutch spot, and you're yelling, Put some ears on them, and I'm laughing so hard from it. It was just.
I would have loved that, but she was facing the wrong way. If she was closer, I would have asked her to do it. She probably had no idea what I was talking about, but still.
Hey, you don't know if she watches Stardom or not.
I mean, some of her moves would certainly suggest.
Yeah.
Influence.
Ava goes for like the first move of this match was Ava spearing the shit out of TY and getting the stack pin, but she only got it one. TY ends up stopping a Hurricane Run out of the corner at one point and just shit out powerbombs the shit out of Ava. Looked so good. Ava gets a sick code red in the match but she only gets 2. She gets her twist of fate again, but only gets 2. TJ with that drop down gold dust slap, and then and follows it up with the Cody disaster kick. So pretty much the Rhodes combo, but he gets a 2 from that. They up on the apron, and Ava gets him on. This match was shorter than I expected, though. She gets TY on her shoulders, and then she jumps off the apron and lets him go, and he goes smacking into the apron. And then he rolls back in, and she gets up, and she gets onto the ropes and like puts one foot over, and she's standing on the second rope, and just does this front flip senton, and landing on TJ or TY, and gets the win. Like I kind of didn't expect the win right there. Tell you the truth.
Yeah, this one was a little confusing for me because I felt that this was the only kind of story that Top Talent really had going for it for the last year. So there was a great build up for it too. I felt every show that they were kind of building it up. I feel like I've seen these two wrestle before in various other places, whether it was like I think in like tag matches or something.
Possibly.
I don't know. I agree with you. I felt that this was really short. I felt there could have been more.
Oh, very much so. It seems short to me.
Mhm.
I think maybe other things ran long, maybe.
Really good match, but I again would have liked to see it go a little bit longer, just because of the amount of buildup. It was almost like the story of this got overshadowed by the story of Andy and Bobby earlier in the show. Which, like, I'm not gonna lie, you look at the experience you got going in there. You got Andy, who's got just a great. He's probably got more experience wrestling than these two do in age combined. So, like, yeah, it just. I don't know. Overall, I felt it was a really, really great match. It wasn't again.
Are you calling it? Are you calling Andy old? Jeez.
No, I'm calling him a veteran, sir.
So you're calling him old?
Are you calling my dad old? Because my dad's a veteran too.
Yeah, he's old.
Oh, you're gonna get murderized. Anyway, um, I felt it was a good match overall, but for the build up that happened for it, it missed a little bit of a point for me.
Yeah.
And no offense to Ava either, but I actually would have liked to see TY take this one.
Me too.
I thought it would have created a very interesting story because Mitch had won the briefcase in the match before. Thought that they could have really worked that story.
Would the Rads implode?
Yeah, well, not. I mean, you like the Rads, so I don't know.
No, but again, you could tell that story of will the one Rad turn on the other one. That's the story. Yeah.
That iffiness in the fans' heads of, oh my God, what's gonna happen? But like, guess we won't know.
No, we will not. But yeah, I thought still good, really fun match from the two. It again for what the build was. I was expecting. I wanted more.
Yeah.
I did. I wanted more from this match. I really did. But it was still very good. Again, please don't. I don't want to say that we're not trying to hate on this match. It's just again the ladder match might have ran long, and from what Mike told me, Ben timed the Andy. From Andy's promo to the end of their match was like 20 some minutes, like 25 minutes or something like that. So again, time. They might have lost some time because of it, right? From other matches going long, possibly. So
that's true.
Yeah.
But like that's also something that Andy Anderson is known for. This isn't the first time we've heard that with Andy Anderson. This won't be the last.
No.
So when you're booking Andy Anderson, that's just something that you as a promoter need to take into consideration. If you're giving Andy 15 minutes, be prepared for it to probably go to 20.
Again, we don't know how long they were given, but again, that was a long segment and match. So again, and in that ladder match was
a great segment and match though.
But that ladder match was quite long too. Mm-hmm. So again, time people go long. Time gets shaved off for other matches. It happens. Mm-hmm. We move on to the main event of the evening. It's Rayden the Destroyer versus the man Effy. I'm a big Effy fan. I've been watching him for a long time. Like I think this guy is absolutely tremendous. He means so much to so many people because again, he really was outwardly gay man in professional wrestling when, yes, he's come out in these last bunch of years when the world has become a lot more accepting to people, but he's really shown to be who you are means something, and he's given voice to a lot of people who never saw a person like him in a big, especially in fans of professional wrestling, never get to see a person like him and them represent him represent somebody to represent them. So again, that's why I've really respected what he's done in professional wrestling, and I think he's an absolute tremendous talent too. His promos are fun. He's an absolute just awesome time to watch wrestle in a ring. Like we watched him have a hardcore match here with Rayden. I thought this was absolutely tremendous. Rayden looked really good, but Effy just kept coming over on top, and Effy won this one. But yeah, I thought absolutely tremendous. There was a tax spot where both men went into the tax. I think Effy hit a Rough Rider of taking Rayden into the tax, but his ass landed on the tax too. It was like, oh,
why?
Dude, the stick spot.
I was not for that at all. I was so upset as soon as I saw them. I was like, no, 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 no. But they were like, yes.
The group of sticks, and Rayden stabs it into the top of Effy's head. He lets go, and they're all just standing there going, deedle, 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 deedle. I'm just like
a freaking porcupine, man.
They're just like sticking out, just like it was just like, oh, and he pulls it out. And then, as you explained to me, because I didn't see the first time, he stabbed Rayden in the dick. And then Rayden keels over, and then he stabs him in the pooper.
Pooper.
Now, every time Effy would hit Rayden in the butt or in some way, she kept saying it's in the pooper. So we're going with it's in the. Oh.
The best part was when Effy gave Rayden the atomic drop and then immediately fed him that German. And I was like, it's a pooper looper. He hit him in the pooper and then threw him through a loop with a pooper looper.
Oh, jeez. It was actually a backdrop suplex, but
whatever it was. I don't freaking care.
But absolutely tremendous. I thought these guys did good. Like Rayden just yeeting Effy into the corner at one point into a chair. Just yeah, dude, this whole match was absolutely tremendous. But yeah, in the end, Effy won with the Rough Riders into the tax twice and gets the win. Absolutely tremendous match. I thought these guys killed it. Great main event. But again, my opinion, the title should always be your main event in my personal opinion, or something like a ladder match for a shot at the title. Those things should, to me, but I thought I enjoyed this. I thought this was a great way to cap off the show. And Effy getting the mic after, great speech, putting over pressure wrestling. His birthday was the day before. People are like, oh, it's about his traveling birthday. And he said, no, he's happy to travel on his birthday, and he loves spending the first day of his new year with us watching, like, performing for us. And he said it's ain't gonna be the last time Top Talent sees Effy. He's coming back. He's gonna come back. I'm so excited for Effy to come back. Bring friends. Well, we're getting so next month on August 12th, Saturday, August 12th, which is surprising because it's Midway Music Hall and they're running a show on a Saturday where it's a nightclub usually. So we're getting, I don't have the graphic, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, but we're getting Allie Katch, his tag team partner, Effy's tag team partner, Allie Katch, the other half of Bussy. We're getting her showing up next month, or in 2 months. So check that out. Again, I'm hoping to be at that show, but I got a wedding I got one of my oldest friends' wedding that day, so it's all up in the air because I can't miss that wedding. Simple as that.
I hope you're going also because you're my ride usually. I don't like driving down there.
Yeah, I'm
a place for me to get to from where I live.
I'm very much hoping we can make that show because I really don't want to miss Allie Katch, but I haven't bought I usually, like last show, I bought my ticket during the show because they had the thing for $15. Yeah. I didn't this time because I don't know if I'm going to be able to be there. But, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here on Chop Talk. We love talking the local independent wrestling scene. We love ourselves some top talent. I haven't done a Love Pro Wrestling one in a while, but I will try to bring those back sooner rather than later. Just life is getting in the way of my life, of my podcasting life. The rest of my life gets in the way. So if you want to find me, you can find me on Twitter, Mastodon and Hive at That Canada Guy, because it scrolls along the bottom there. Instagram at That Canada Dude. You can also find me over, or you can find us again over on youtube.com/@backbreak. Oh, you can find us if you want to contact us. Or on our Facebook page at Andre Melball Wrestling Talk. But you might be watching us on Backbreaker Video, so if you're not, please check out youtube.com/Backbreaker Video. Mike simulcasts all our stuff over there. You can find him, all his great content that he produces on twitch.tv/Mike the Ref, where he's making it all live. And all his great gaming content will be on his channel, youtube.com/@Backbreaker_gaming. Lots of great content over there. Mike the Ref, you're my boy. Thank you so much for being such a great friend to us. Mel, and then you can also find me on our local establishment coming up next weekend, we will be doing a Flash review talk on our Marvel talk show. We'll be doing Flash. It's Marvel Goes DC, baby. We are going to be talking the Flash movie. I'm so gosh darn excited for that because that looks like a absolutely tremendous movie. I've seen a lot of movies over the last month. Jesus, I saw the Fast and Furious movie. I saw Guardians. I saw Across Spider-Verse. I got to go with our boy Cody Defoe to see Transformers. Yeah, so I've seen a lot of movies over this last month. Holy crap.
Cannot relate.
But you can find me there talking Flash coming up next weekend. And then following that weekend, every Wednesday, we're going to be having the Secret Invasion show come out. So we and my boy Old Ed and possibly some special guests during that time will be talking the Secret Invasion TV show. That will be only on the Our Local Establishment YouTube page at youtube.com/@OurLocalEstablishment, because we're going to pre-record those and just drop them onto YouTube because we're going to be recording at very weird times of the day.
Living in weird areas and working with people that live in those weird areas.
That's very true. Hey, he's willing to record super late at night. Now you get home super late at night from when I get home from work on Wednesdays usually. So you're gonna get that stuff most likely coming out most Thursdays following the premiere of Secret Invasion. And then when Loki comes out, same thing, and so on and so forth with all those TV shows. But yeah, we have the Secret Invasion stuff coming up very soon. Melball, where can they find you?
If you're wanting to follow a Melball, you can follow her on Twitter at Collins Melball. You can follow her at Melball Collins on Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, and Facebook. You can also catch us on our Andre Melball Wrestling Talk fan page. Admittedly, have not been on there as much as they should be. We're going to change that, hopefully. Also, if you're wanting to catch a Melball, you can catch her also on Our Local Establishment's original programming, Paramindful, along with the Gold Standard, Carl Fell, and Alix the Werewolf. We just recorded an episode dropping on Monday about dreams, dream spirits, dream demons, what they are, or what we think they could be, and why they choose to F around and find out with us. And you can also catch me on Astro Pizarro's YouTube channel on our series Ladies Wrestling Showcase. We're going to be posting a special today, so that'll be Friday the 9th, Pride Month special of the ladies of the LGBT community who have contributed to women's wrestling, women's professional wrestling, and the promotion of it. And yeah, not much more to say on that without spoiling that. Andre, if you are wanting to go to any local shows, we will leave a link in the description box down below to connect to Top Talent Wrestling and purchase any tickets for their next show. If you're also wanting to be a professional wrestler, you can find the link in there also for their school. It's going to be the same place where you can find tickets to the show. So just take a look at their website, see what they have to offer, take a look at their roster, check out the Alix, check out the King. They're fun. And that being said, my friend, do you have anything else to say to the beautiful people?
I just want to say thank you all very much for tuning in. If you can, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so that you are alerted every time we drop a new episode of either Pro Wrestling Review, Stardom Review, or this. And also, please comment down below because we love to hear from you. So if you give us comments, talk about just what you think about Pro Wrestling. If you're a big Effy fan and you were on another show, but you're a big Effy fan, talk to us about it. Anything, just talk to us about it because we love to hear from you.
Yes, let us know about Cowboy Keith because I don't know about Cowboy Keith. I want to know more about Cowboy Keith. That being said, I am your Melball. Over there is Andre. We will see you next time. Mwah!